What up, YouTube? It's IKG, formerly known as No Chains. And like I said in the last video, you and I are both going to have to get used to that intro. And once again, I'm coming at you guys with another ranked gameplay. And this time I'm using the Carolina Panthers, and just like in the last video, I don't have enough videos to say as always, but just like in the last video, I'm going to explain the matchup before I get into talking about what I want to talk about. And you guys see I'm using the Panthers. These guys have been on a pretty nice win streak. They're actually really coming on. They defeated the 49ers last week. And on the other side, my opponent decided to go with the New Orleans Saints. And right off the bat, this is a division matchup, so these are always good games in real life. And I believe I'm outmatched by 4 overall points. Not enough to make a big difference, but you know, I'm the underdog coming in this game because the Panthers are young and unproven right now. But as you guys see, I failed on 3rd down right off the bat, so I have to punt. And speaking of that, that's going to be one thing I talk about in this video. But going into this game, I knew the person I had to watch was, you guessed it, Jimmy Graham. You know, he's using the Saints. He's going to be throwing it to Jimmy Graham. So you're going to be seeing me shadowing him a lot. And as you guys see on that play, I take away Jimmy Graham, and then they get a wild tip pass. But I think that's all. You guys see I do a good job of switching up my man-to-man and zone coverage on Jimmy Graham this game. So we're going to see if that's actually effective in stopping him. You guys are going to find out if you guys can watch while I speak about what I want to talk about. So as you guys see, he runs the hurry up, and he does that quite a bit in this game, as you guys are going to see. And a lot of it I still edit out because I don't want to fast forward it every single time. But he ran hurry up a lot. And punting and that, you know, pretty much go along with the topic that I want to talk about. And I want to talk about playing simulation and cheesing, the difference between the two. Which one do you do? Which one do I do? And is it okay to me? Those are pretty much all the things I'm going to be talking about in this video, along with some other things, so stay tuned. But I'm going to start off by saying there's no rule book, okay, for Madden saying that you can or cannot do something, you know. But as a Madden player, if you've been playing for years like I have, and a lot of other experienced Madden players, if you've been playing since the PS2 days, there are things that annoy you, even if you have not played that much. As you guys see, I drop a pick right there. That would have changed the whole game right there. But he's going to go for it on 4th down. You know, some coaches will go for it down here. But like I'm saying, there are things that certain players do that would just annoy you. And look at this guy get the 1st down right there. That's just absolutely ridiculous. Terrible tackling on my part. And he finishes off the drive right there. But like I'm saying, there are things that will annoy you as a Madden player. You know, people going for it, people running constant hurry up. You know, people, like I said, who just never punt. That's one thing that's very annoying. People who run certain plays like pistol 24/7, running with the QB 24/7. Just certain things that aren't cheating, you know, that can be stopped, but just are very annoying. You know, there are certain exploits in Madden, I must say. There are like ebooks and stuff like that that generate certain advantages for the user that I'm totally just against. I am absolutely 100% against ebook users. I do not like ebook users, and I don't really like strategy guide users either. But if you're trying to learn the game, that's fine. As you guys see, I pick him off. He's trying to force it to his tight end right there, Jimmy Graham's, but I'm right there that time. And you guys see, he tackles his own man right there and takes him out of the pursuit of Davis right there. But I still get taken down at the 10-yard line. But you know, like I said, there are people who use exploits, you know, people that use ebooks, and I really don't like that. I just like people who plug the controller up, you know, and put the game in and play, you know. But there aren't really people like that anymore. There are people who like to look at YouTube videos and figure out exploits in the game. And I'm going to tell you just something that I thought about. I hate when I play somebody and they don't know football, but they know the game of Madden. And what I mean is, they don't use any football knowledge to beat me. They use just pretty much exploits in the game. They know this quarterback is fast, so I can run with him, so I'm going to do that all game. Even though I have a spy on him, but he just makes one step and the spy is out of the play. You know, so that's one thing I don't like. People who abuse running QBs. Although I am using one this game, you won't see me do too many runs. Even though I'm running the pistol option formations, you don't see me run too many times with Cam Newton. You know, and if I did that every time, it's nearly unstoppable, especially how the option swept the league last year. It's very, very popular, and they really upgraded it this Madden. As you guys see, I stopped him on 4th down. He could have took the points right there, but he went for it. And that's one thing I don't like. I don't like people who never kick it. And if you guys are playing Madden or were playing Madden back in the day, they had something called fair play, which is something I would really like seeing put back in Madden. That's something where they made you punt if you were not past midfield, I think, and they stopped you from running hurry up 24/7. Like I said, there are some teams that run hurry up, but pretty much none of them run it 24/7, even on sacks, even on 2-yard gains, even on anything. They're running hurry up, and to me, that's something that I just completely hate. If you're dropping back, you get sacked, and you turn around and run a hurry up off of that just proves to me you just don't know what you're doing, and you just want to try, I don't know, anything to help you winning at any means necessary, just doing whatever it takes, whether or not it's an exploit, to win the game. And I appreciate people who hate losing and people who want to do whatever it takes within the rules of the game to win. I appreciate people like that. But if you're using an exploit, I lose respect for you. But we've talked about people who don't kick it. We've talked about people who run hurry up. And one of the last things, if I'm not forgetting anything, I'm pretty sure this is one of the last things that that is considered cheesing, and that's quote. Let me quote when I say this: Fag D. That's what it's known as. Fag D is when you drop all 11 people back, and there's no pass rush, so you have pretty much maximum coverage. Now, you guys show me anything more unrealistic than playing Fag D. Show me something in Madden that's more unrealistic. And that's what I'm talking about. People who don't know football, they just know Madden. You know that you dropping 11 people back is going to pretty much blanket every receiver. As you guys see, I get a rushing touchdown with Cam Newton, and that is one of the rare times I run with him. Just a side note about that, I pretty much only run read options like that when I've created a lead. To me, it's very, very risky, and I don't like to do it too much. That's one of the reasons why I don't do it, and it's sort of an exploit, especially with a guy like Cam Newton or RG3. But back to the topic of Fag D, like, you drop all 11 people back, and the only counter attack to that is just finding an open man. And seeing as though the receiver AI is pretty stupid sometimes in Madden, it's pretty hard to exploit, especially in a goal line situation. And there's usually a guy covering your QB rushing lanes. Like in this situation, if I was playing Fag D, I would have been spying on him with myself, which would be a user. But Drew Brees goes down, so that doesn't spell good news for him. I don't mind if you drop a DN back every now and then. I don't, because I do that sometimes. But I get an interception right there. But guess what? They call his feet out. And I'm going to let you guys take a look at that really fast, a replay. But while I talk, so I'm not going to come back to it. Actually, look at this. He gets like 3 feet down. But I don't mind you dropping the DN back if you're only rushing 3. That's fine with me because DN's dropping the coverage all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and challenge that one. But yeah, that's one thing that I don't like. Fag D is absolutely terrible, but you just have to find an open man. There is a pretty obvious counterattack, but it's really hard in goal line situations. Now that we've talked about cheesing and exploits, let's talk about, to me, what I call the legit type of Madden play, which is simulation. I mean, you punt on 4th down unless you have to. You run realistic play calls, and that's what I like to do. As you guys see, Brandon LaFell just throws some great blocks out there for D'Angelo Williams. But I play legit, and no disrespect to anybody who cheeses, but for the most part, I like to play simulation, which is realistic. But as you guys see, I make a terrible adjustment on the ball right there with Greg Olsen, so it results in an interception for him. But that means you punt on 4th. You run realistic play calls. You don't come out and pass every single down. I do that when I'm down. I will admit to that. When I'm down by a touchdown, it seems like I always just want to pass. I look at him going for it on 4th and 12, and he gets it right here. And if he wouldn't have got it, I'm sure he would have quit. And with non-simulation players, plays like that will cause a rage quit. But you see, I get the user pick, and I was using Mikhail all the way, and he tested me. So with Quentin Mikhail, I said, Mikhail, no. Alright, let me chill. Okay, but you guys see I run a read option. I'm up. I'm just playing around a little bit. I just want to try it out, and I get a good gain out of it. But like I said, the people like me who play simulation, like I said, they punt, they run realistic play calls, and they don't use any of the exploits. They like to use a lot of plays, and I don't know, it's just more similar to real life football rather than exploit and cheesing type play in Madden. And you guys see Cam Newton can throw really good on the run. As you guys see, we run it in with D'Angelo Williams, and we increase our lead to 21 right there. 28-7 is the score right now. But now that we've talked about simulation and exploiting and cheesing, let's talk about which one you do. Which one is okay? Do you think it's okay to cheese? Do you think it's fine? Do you think that there's nothing wrong with cheesing? Do you think that people who play simulation are boring? We're going to talk about all that maybe in another video, but just leave a comment and we can discuss it in the comments. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm definitely team simulation all the way. I hope you guys are too, and I hope you guys are here for the next video, and I'll see you guys then later. Peace.